One of the mistakes that I see when with a new coaching client of mine is I see that they have stopped dreaming big in relation to their career. So if I asked you, what is your career vision? How would you answer? Would your answer be to simply achieve the next promotion that was ahead of you, or to do the same kind of role, but perhaps in a more prestigious company with a better role? Well, these things are absolutely fine, and I'm definitely not knocking them. They're really great short-term goals, but they're not a vision. So if you used to have big dreams to perhaps head up an insights function within a client-side organization, or to be a CEO of an agency one day, but that dream has faded. Or actually, if you're already there and you're genuinely thinking, what's next for me now? Staying in research, expanding my horizons, moving into another field, well, then this will be a great video for you. And if we haven't met before, I'm Lara Meyer, coach for women who want to rise even further in their research careers with less stress and greater enjoyment. Today, I want to share a bit of a personal story from my own experience, because this fading career vision happened to me for a while too. And so maybe some of the personal side of this can help. And then I'll talk a little bit about some actual techniques that you can consider to kickstart your own career visioning process. So when I started out in my research career, one of the things that was really important to me was having the ability to travel the world. My parents had lived abroad in Africa and the Middle East before I was even born. And so I grew up with stories of their adventures, and it inspired me to want to do the same. And while it wasn't a particularly fancy vision or even that well thought out, it gave me three things. Firstly, it gave me an exciting idea. The idea of living and working abroad was extremely motivating for me. Secondly, it gave me a focused strategy. It instantly meant that my approach to job searching was about large research agencies with a global footprint that could potentially offer me transfer opportunities in the future. And thirdly, it gave me something to talk about. I've no doubt that it helped me stand out and be memorable at interview. And then when I was at work, I chatted away about my ambitions nonstop. People were intrigued, but more importantly, they knew that living abroad was like my thing. And twice, opportunities found their way to me because I believe it was easy to match those overseas positions to the girl who literally wouldn't shut up about wanting to move abroad. Now, I don't particularly advocate doing it like that anymore because, well, I trained as a coach and I have all these like fancy methods and techniques that I use myself and with my clients. But in all honesty, you don't actually need to overcomplicate it. If you have something, a longing that you've always had in the back of your mind, there is most likely something there worth exploring. But for many people, it's not that easy. So if it's feeling a bit tricky to uncover what your vision is, then one of two things is probably happening. You may have been so focused on doing your job rather than planning for your career for so long, you've actually forgotten how to dream a bit. Or the other possibility is you've never really given yourself permission to dream in the first place. Maybe because you've never really explored what your values are or been able to articulate what is truly important to you. So like I said, there are a few different ways that I support women with this. And one of the exercises that I use as a foundation to dream big is a Japanese concept called Ikigai. And Ikigai is something that gives a person a sense of purpose. Your dream has to be connected to what is important to you. That is what makes it inherently juicy and exciting and inspiring to you. And the wonderful thing is, it will be completely unique to you. So if you're using Ikigai, there are 4 questions. What does the world need? What are you good at? What do you love? And what can you be paid for? If you're a researcher like me, you may even enjoy putting it into a Venn diagram format so you can start to analyze where all the overlaps are. And if you want a template for that, feel free to drop me an email and I can send you one. You may not get one perfect thing in the center, but even just doing the first part of the exercise, I guarantee you'll start to reveal a lot about where those important intersections are and what could be important to you for the foundation of a new career vision. So maybe you're watching this video today and realizing it's been a really long time since you thought about your career and your vision for it is a bit dusty and neglected. Maybe you've never thought about that, and that's okay too. And one of the reasons that I advocate for a career vision is that once you know it, you can be focused in your moves towards your vision. All of a sudden, the things that you need to learn along the way become so much more fun and joyful. And you can actually take some risks in your learning because you know that whatever you try out and learn is not just for some next step up, but it's actually getting you a step closer to this big, juicy, exciting thing that you are working towards or that you're passionate about. And if your goal is to rise in your research career and you believe that having a vision that is motivating, provides you with a strategy, and also gives you a way to stand out could be useful to you, then I invite you to either join one of my free virtual events where I talk about this along with some other pillars of rising as a woman in research. It's a 1-hour session online. It happens every month using the link below. You can sign up there. Or drop me an email or DM on LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever is easiest for you, and we can arrange a time to chat. Thanks for watching.